More music, more variety on your hometown station, WEBO with One Direction. 8:17, 17 minutes after 8 o'clock with Dave and Lou. Let's take a look at your AccuWeather forecast.
Rain and drizzle in the afternoon today with a high of 55 degrees. Tonight it'll be cloudy with a late shower, low of 37. And looking to tomorrow, some afternoon rain is possible with a high of 50 degrees. Currently, we're looking at 41 degrees already on Monday morning. It can't all be bad. Check back throughout the day for weather updates and breaking news on your hometown station. It's Lou and it's Dave, and this is The Morning Show.
It is the WEBO Morning Show, Lou, and we have some special guests in the studio with us this morning. Joining us, Lou, from Ti-Ahwaga Community Players.
Well, I thought they were from the round table.
Jamie Cornell, Sean Yetter, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
How are things going this morning?
Excellent.
Well,
I'm very glad to have you here, as
we
always.
had an excellent and a well.
It's no secret that these guys are not morning guys.
Yeah.
No, we're barely afternoon guys.
But when the night comes, the nighttime is the right time, right, guys?
Indeed.
that's right.
And, of course, Ti-Ahwaga Community Players, been around a long, long time, and you do shows throughout the year, right? Tell us about Ti-Ahwaga Community Players.
Well, you're right. We've been around a long time, 60 years now, and we, about 20 years ago, built the beautiful space that we have at 42 Delphine Street, and we do 4 full stage productions every year, along with youth productions, and we rent the facility out to a variety of different entities throughout the course of the year as well to kind of serve as a nice hub for the arts in the community.
It's a big space. It's got that auditorium deal over there, you know, what they call that, stadium seating.
Right.
Correct.
So you
Table
can
seating.
put a lot of people in there. If like you had a business conference or something, you wanted to bring a group in.
Right.
Absolutely.
Do that. So, Dave, the next time you have a department meeting for the radio station,
Right, yeah.
It
meet-
seats 152, so you'd
we
have room.
can we can meet
Yeah.
in the lobby.
Yeah, we can meet in the bathroom with the coat check and still rent the rest of the space out at the same time.
2 stalls, no waiting.
So this year's production, or not this year, but this season where we are right now, about to open, is Spamalot.
Monty Python's Spamalot, indeed. It's the stage adaptation musical version of the film Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail. And it won a number of Tony Awards, was nominated for a bunch more. It's a very, very fun. It's typical Python.
Lots of music.
Lots of music,
A lot of dancing.
lot of dancing. I now own tap shoes, so that should tell you something about the show.
And I'm suddenly glad that they never used any real horses in the show.
Yes, yeah,
Because that
would've
could
been-
be, a real mess
that would have been
at
trouble.
a very nice theater.
Could be. So I end up playing the horse.
Which end?
We'll leave that up to you.
That gets discussed in the show.
God, I hate it when you steal my lines like that.
Sorry. It's too early for you. You gotta be quicker.
Man, you put that one on a tee and I missed.
So tell us about the show. Monty Python, lots of people are aware of Monty Python. Here's the thing. We were talking about this at the house, right? And, some things not for me, some things right up my alley. Monty Python, right up my alley. And whenever I put the movie on at home with everyone in the room, it's about 5 minutes before I'm the only one left, right?
Yeah,
All of a
Python
sudden, the radio commercial comes on for you guys doing Monty Python, and Irene says to me, "I'd like to see that."
Yeah, it's
I don't know. So we'll be there.
Great.
But how do we explain Monty Python to everyone else?
It's a lot of slapstick. It's tough to really put into words to describe it. It's irreverent, ridiculous humor, and it's always funny. It's never not funny. I started watching Python as a kid with my brother. My brother is the one that we'd sit down and watch the Flying Circus, and it's awesome, and it's timeless, and it's always funny.
It's just pure ridiculousness.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
And a laugh a second, really.
Yeah, and they've left they've incorporated into the stage version a lot of the great stuff from the Grail movie, like the French Taunter, and the coconut horses and
Right.
all of that. It's a lot of from a performance perspective. We have a lot of fun doing it.
So, in your cast, what kind of a cast do you need to pull off, Spamalot?
Well, we have a fabulous cast. Jamie and I are actually kind of the old guys in the crowd. But we have a group of really young, talented people. And as we mentioned, there's a lot of dance. And we have a fabulous choreographer who has pulled some dance out of all of us that I don't think we've ever thought we would have done.
Happy feet.
Yes. And so that creates just a fast-paced environment. The actors all have to be quick and ready, and they are, and Brian Flynn is directing, and he's done a great job getting us prepared to really give people a couple hours of fast-paced entertainment.
You got to do some singing too, right?
Indeed, we do.
Are you guys singers?
Yeah, I can.
For the
Don't-
next,
don't jump
are
out-
now.
I can
for the
jump
next
right out of
3
your chair.
weekends, we are.
So, speaking of weekends, it starts this weekend, right?
Correct.
And runs for a few weekends.
We run 3 weekends starting this weekend. This Friday, opening night, we are doing, for the first time, we're doing a meet and greet with the cast after the show with hors d'oeuvres and cocktails and all of that. So you get to hang out with the cast and chat and ask questions, and it'll be a good time. We're looking forward to it.
It should be a lot of fun. And so your shows run each weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Correct. Sunday is a matinee. Friday and Saturday are 8 o'clock performances. The Sunday matinee is at 2.
Awesome. And you can get tickets at the box office.
You can also go online, Ti-Ahwaga.com. You can purchase tickets and choose your seat online, which is nice. And you can call also at 687-2130, and they will gladly sell you tickets over the phone.
And if you've never been there for a show in person, it's a little bit different than, rows and seats and sit down and watch the show. It's more of a kind of a cabaret style, right?
Right. We have table seating. There's tables of 4 and tables of 2, and concessions are available. And it's a theater that was designed without a bad seat in the house.
It's all tiered.
Yeah.
You're never, there's nobody ever in front of you. They're just in front of you, but just a little bit below.
Right.
Right.
Yep. It's cool. A little bit like dinner theater, except more like snack theater.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, before
Which
we
you
go,
can get plenty of during the play, or in between whatever breaks.
Intermission.
Intermission. That's what you call it. I knew there was a name for that.
There was a word.
I was out on my horse riding around looking for something.
all right, before we go, pop question. Who wants to go first?
Oh, dear.
I'll go first.
Do you want the question first, and then you decide? All right, so here's the question.
No, hey, make them ring in. Here we go. We'll make them ring in.
It's not a trivia question. It's more of an opinion question. So, Jamie, then Sean, what's your favorite scene in the show? Your personal favorite scene.
My
Your
personal
part.
favorite scene is the French Taunter scene. I get to actually play the French Taunter, and that was my favorite scene in the movie since I was a kid, and to get to do it on stage is awesome.
That seems fitting. Sean, what's your favorite part of the show?
Well, my favorite scene, because I'm more of a sentimental kind of guy, is King Arthur and I sing a beautiful song called I'm All Alone, and it kind of gives the audience a chance to take a breath. And it's a wonderful song to sing.
I don't know.
So that's
I
my
don't know,
favorite
Danny.
spot.
I'm getting a
I've
little
got a
weepy just
feeling.
thinking about it.
See,
I
I
got
just
a
brought
feeling.
in a whole bunch more fans.
It's a tearjerker. Starts this
To take
Friday
a
night.
breath. You need to take a breath.
Ti-Ahwaga Community Theater. It will be Friday and Saturday night, Sunday matinee for the next 3 weekends. Get your tickets now, whether you're going this weekend, the second weekend, or the third weekend. Lock them in. Great show, great cast, great theater right in Owego. Delphine Street, which I finally learned how to pronounce.
After how many years?
It only took me 2 years to learn how to pronounce
Every
it.
time you said it, we
Officially.
slapped you.
But you still slap me now, 15 years later, every time I say it even correctly. Anyway.
Well, it's just instinct at this
I
point.
don't know.
Google it. Google
What was
it.
the play?
How does she say it? I mean, when you
What
do
was
the
the
Google
play? What was the
navigation.
play that Ti-Ahwaga did, Dave? That you guys went, or Irene went 3 or 4 times because she kept every time she went, it was something different.
Yeah, no,
to her.
they had their own like box seats, I think, for Legally Blonde. They were there.
Oh, that's
I'm
the
pretty
one, yeah.
sure it was every performance.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah.
But these guys do a great job. And this is this. Are we? Where are we in the season?
We have one more show.
One
after
more
this.
show, and then it's summertime.
Correct.
And you
Proof
do the
is
summer,
coming up.
the kids program in the summer.
Yep. This summer we're doing High School Musical with the kids.
That's really interesting. Talk a little bit about that. How does that all come about? That youth program.
It's driven by the folks who want to direct.
Okay.
And they bring a proposal to the play reading committee, just like for the rest of the season, and it gets looked at, and then the kids just come out of the woodwork.
I was going to say, where do they come from?
all over the
Drama
all over.
clubs? Do they have drama clubs in school anymore?
Yes.
They do mostly for the older kids. So for the younger kids, where we tend to focus our youth shows, it's an opportunity for some of them for the first time to get on stage.
Okay.
And it's really, really neat to see the transition in these kids from first rehearsal to performance. To see them.
It's a great
blossom.
opportunity for the young people to learn about the stage. And they not only learn about the performance part of it, but they learn about what goes into putting on a production.
Yeah, and they
Right.
learn about themselves too. But that's the thing that, having watched my kids perform in Christmas Story, and then watching them at school giving presentations and stuff like that, they develop so much self-confidence
Sure.
and self-awareness. It's really beneficial for them to be in programs like this.
Musicians for this performance.
Yes, we have a wonderful
we have a full band.
pit of, I believe it's 7 musicians. Last night was their first night to move into the theater, and we had a great rehearsal with them. And as always, the people always leave saying how impressed they are with our bands.
Cool.
And this one is the same.
More information at Ti-Ahwaga.com, tickets at Ti-Ahwaga.com. And, you might want to take a page out of Irene's book, and that is, if you're planning to go see the show the first,
Go
second,
early.
or third week, go the first week so that you can come back again the second and the third.
Right.
You know, these guys would appreciate it. And
Because, Dave, you go to that
it'd be
first
worth the
performance,
fun, yeah.
and either Jamie's performance or Sean's very moving song.
Right. Yeah. You might. I mean,
You may
you may
wanna
even
bring it back.
You may even need to step out of
may-
the theater for that.
Right.
your tissue box
you know,
you'd missed a little.
Just if it gets too much for you to handle.
Spamalot.
Spamalot. Friday night, 8:00 is curtain call at Ti-Ahwaga Community Theater on Delphine Street in Owego.
He did it right. Look at that.
Nice.
Delphine Street.
Twice. I got it twice. Guys, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us, guys.
Appreciate it. 8:30, we've got news with Michael Baldwin next year at your hometown station, WEBO.